Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Today we are going to continue to play Elden Ring as Tanjiro, but first, I just wanted to say thank you for all the new subscribers and all the views the last video got. It got like 26,000, so, you know, way more than I ever expected. I only expected to get like 200, but yeah. Anyway, let's get right back into it. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks. I got a lot of suggestions last video. One of them was to try out using the katanas with only one hand. Personally, I don't really see any difference, but to each their own. And the next thing was to also get the unsheathed Ash of War, like the actual Ash of War. The reason for this is because, like, you can put the quality thing on the sword and it makes it do more damage. That's basically it. Next off, someone said the Sword of Night and Flame would look pretty cool because it's like sun breathing and water breathing, and you know, it kind of just looks like that. So I went to go and get that, and in the process I killed that bitch Loretta. Not a hard boss. Loretta's never a hard boss, but you know, fun fight nonetheless. First try, baby, let's go. I went to go fight Godfrey, who's usually one of the bane of my existences, but this time around I actually fucked him up pretty good. I beat him second try, which I've never done before, and I was pretty happy about it. I fucking hate you! Oh, second try, baby, let's go! So the next fight after Godfrey is Morgott. Everybody knows that. But what everybody doesn't know is that I fucking hate this boss. Morgott has never really given me much trouble in the past, except in the past I always used summons and hardcore bleed builds and was overleveled as fuck. This time around when I fought him, he straight up railed me. I don't know what to say. He was a very hard boss, and I respect a few times. I started off using the Sword of Night and Flame, but that shit just fucking sucked. They nerfed that thing into the ground, and it was nowhere near as good as I remember. I mean, I would use one Ash of War or whatever, and it would just take half my FP bar and do like no damage. So I decided to go for a bleed build, like a beta male cuck male pussy. I'm still pretty under leveled like at this point in the game, but you know, it should still work, right? So I went and got another larval tier. And I got the Moon Veil while I was at it, because I've never actually used it before. So I respect and took on Morgott again, and I still got penetrated. No! How did that reach?! So I decided the best thing to do was to use dual katanas. Dual katanas make things a lot easier, but I figured it wasn't really in the spirit of the run, because Tanjiro doesn't use dual katanas. I don't care anymore. I'm using dual katanas on this boss fight. No, please. Ow! My fucking controller pressed this shit. I hit crouch. I'm just gonna crouch. So after, like, this boss took me probably longer than the tree sentinel. After like an hour of fighting him, I finally killed him. And it was off to like the snowy mountain area. Fuck you! Oh my gosh, dude. Fucking hell. This part of the game is really cool. I really like it here. First thing I did was get the Seppuku Ash of War, along with the Rivers of Blood katana. I told myself I wouldn't use dual katanas anymore, and I decided not to for the fire giant. Well, the time I beat him I didn't use them, but that's besides the point. I started off with a Rivers of Blood and a Moon Veil build, but I figured it was too spread out and I wasn't doing enough damage. So I once again decided to respec, this time going for a full-on Rivers of Blood build. The Rivers of Blood is pretty cool. I mean, everybody knows how broken it is, but I mean, it kind of looks like Tanjiro's stuff, right? It matches. It matches. We're gonna go with that. So now it was time to actually take on the fire giant, but the thing about this fucking boss fight is when they have no armor on and not that much vigor, he straight up one-shots you. I mean, I got him to literally 1 HP, and he sat on me and killed me. So he was pretty hard, and I decided I wanted to respec again.
What?
This time dumping all of my points into Arcane. But to do that, I needed to go get another larval tier, which I didn't have access to. And to do that, I went to go kill Radahn. Radahn was actually harder than I remember him being. Keep in mind that I've never actually used a no-summon playthrough, right? So this is the first time of me doing that. So after around at least 15 minutes of constantly fighting Radahn, I did manage to kill him, and I made my way to the Eternal City. The reason for this was that the Mimic boss fight actually gives you 2 larval tiers after you kill him, which was going to be very handy for the rest of the run. Besides the point, I went to go back to fight the fire giant again. This time around I felt prepared, I felt ready. And that I did manage to beat him after a few times, but it was fucking bullshit. The fire giant doesn't take much damage in his phase 2, which was the main cause of my concern. The cause of my concern, whatever. Anyway, fire giant phase 2 fucking sucks. Moral of the story is the boss fight takes like 10 minutes, and if you die, you gotta retry from the beginning, and it's bullshit, and everybody, it's fucking bullshit. Get fucked, you stupid pussy. But yeah, killed the fire giant, talked with the woman, she lit the tree on fire, and then I made my way to Farum Azula. And Farum Azula is finally where we start the end game. Farum Azula is kind of stupid though, because every enemy here basically just one-shots you. I mean, the little dog enemies straight up buttfuck you if you look at them the wrong way, but hey, it is what it is. Anyways, I was making my way through Farum Azula and decided to get the ancient somber smithing stone. This would come in great use, for I could upgrade one of my weapons to level 10. Though I didn't know which one yet, I eventually decided on the Moonveil, but that's for a different story. And now the next mandatory boss we fight is the Godskin Duo. To start things off, I'm gonna go in a little rant here about how I fucking hate this boss and why it's stupid. This boss sucks. This boss is terrible. Why do they respawn? Why? Why do they have to do so much damage? And why do they have to fucking double team you? This was the only fight throughout the run that I actually used to summon on. I summoned the little dude next to the door, because I just wanted him to aggro the bosses to take the damage from me. Because I died in literally 2 hits. The fat man, he stabbed me, and I died. I would die after every single attack. It was stupid. It was fucking stupid, and I hate this boss. Anyway, after a while of fighting this stupid fuck, I finally killed him. I used dual katanas again. Fuck you, I don't care. I'm using dual katanas. Anyway, finally killed the Godskin Duo. Oh, thank God. I did not want to have to fight that boss alone. I don't care. It's not worth it. Fun boss, right? Super fun boss. Anyways, after that, there's another Draconic Tree Sentinel, which previously was the bane of my existence, but now I've got experience. I fought this man and beat him 3rd try. He stood no chance, baby. They had nothing on me. I killed this fucker and, well, he got demolished. He got obliterated. 3rd try, like I said. Ooh, get shit on, pussy. But now, this is where the climax of the story truly begins. Malekith. Oh my fucking lord. Malekith is super hard. Now, I know I'm bad at this game, right? I know I'm dog shit. We can get that out of the way. I fucking suck. I know I suck. But this boss is dumb. I started off just using the Rivers of Blood, hoping I could just bleed him to death. And sure, it did a lot of damage, but he would just throw a pebble at me, and it would just take half of my HP. I mean, 1 rock would just decimate me, right? So I decided to switch things up a little bit. I went for the Moonveil build. Now, the Moon Veil on release was busted. I mean, it would poise break any boss in like 3 hits. And that's what I thought it still did. Turns out it doesn't. In patch 1.03, it doesn't poise break. It takes so many hits to poise break. And I upgraded this thing to level 10. I thought I was gonna breeze through. Nope, didn't work. So I was like, maybe if I get like, you know, the Flame of the Red Mains, I can poise break them in 2 hits, right? Which, yeah, that is true. But the wind up on that shit takes so long, and I'm impatient. So I would just shoot fire at him, and he would just slap me, and I would die every fucking time. And I got him to like 25% HP one time. That was like my best run. I thought I had it, and then he just lit me on fire and just burned me away slowly. So yeah, I'm not even gonna like talk about it anymore. I'm just gonna let you see how the fights went. Oh my god, I'm gonna